critical infrastructure depending upon your district.
No, I mean education infrastructure. That's
so, for example, we are saying that we are going to complete all the e-blocks that was abandoned over the last 8 years.
Okay.
And
was that captured in the budget?
Yeah, it was captured in the budget. Even today, they reiterated it at the post-budget conference.
Okay.
We are going to complete all the e-blocks that was started. If you remember, in 2016, before President Mahama left office, we had started about 123. As at the time we were handed over, we had completed 46 of them. The MPP government also did well by completing some up to about 70. We still have a lot in the bushes that are not completed.
So you will complete them.
So we'll complete them. And then not only the completion, we are making sure that we'll add boarding facilities to some of them that are distant from the community or distant from the district capital. We'll make sure that we'll add accommodation to it. And then the second one is also, we are trying so hard in order, if you look at basic education, we are redefining the concept of basic education by making sure that people can understand what they want to become in future right from the basic level by introducing the guidance and counseling models and then the psychology and philosophy models at the basic level to facilitate career development. Oftentimes, people change their mind going through school because of lack of funding. So I wanted to become a medical doctor, but because I can't afford medical school, I'm now going to do another course. Right. Government wants to make sure that we eradicate those challenges in the educational sphere. That will make sure that we explore the full potential of our people by introducing, first of all, free tertiary education for people with disability. I'm sure you are aware of that.
Yes.
And also the no-fee stress policy that will make sure that admission fee in Northern Region is a big challenge. As a member of parliament, I can tell you, when schools are open or when admissions come, about 40% to 50% of the people that gain admission cannot get admission fee to pay. We members of parliament always get letters, admission letters every day from our constituents. So this is coming to reduce a lot of financial burden on our families.
No, so I don't doubt that.
So in infrastructure development, thankfully, President Mahama has appointed an education minister who also started a school from the Northern Region and many other deprived communities that face similar peculiarities. And he has promised, first of all, to improve infrastructure at the basic level, modernize our science laboratories and our laboratories for the home economic students, also increase the teacher-to-student ratio, that is good, according to the SDGs, we are nowhere close to 8. We'll make sure that we increase the number of classroom blocks. And in the budget, they are promising to construct more than 2,000 3-unit classroom blocks across the country over the next 2 years. So this means that access will become a thing of the past in terms of inadequate access. Right. People standing under trees and all those things.
The breakdown, you mean people learning under trees?
Yes.
Right. So the breakdown that you have, what I'm asking is, what are the allotments for the northern part of the country where these schools under tree are more prominent? Okay,
so for now, sitting here, I cannot tell you regional allocations.
Right.
So, but I'm just looking at it from the global picture, because until they come to the education subcommittee, you will not be able to tell how much is going to Northern Region, Upper East. You will not be able to tell. But even the policy intention or the rationality behind those policies is enough for you to be aware that it is coming to ease the burden on families. So that alone is enough for me. But I know Northern Region will receive a chunk, considering our educational gap.
The northern part of the country.
Northern part of the country, because southern part of this country, you know that they have more school facilities, they have more quality education outcomes here. They have a lot of facilities that we don't have in the northern part of the country. So I have no doubt that it will help more.
So again, forgive me, I'm trying to understand the Big Push program.
Okay.
All these sectoral infrastructure programs will be funded by this $10 billion from the Big Push?
Yes.
Or we have specific things that the Big Push will be doing outside of these ones?
So one, it seeks to, for example, you know this government started the Agenda 111. Areas that we know that healthcare is an issue, that they don't have access to healthcare.
No, just roll back a little bit. The government of the day has said it will continue Agenda 111.
Yes.
But you said started. I just wanted to clarify that.
So what we seek to do is that some municipalities or districts still don't have access to quality healthcare. So the big push this year, out of the 10 billion, we have allocated 13.8 billion Ghana cedis under the big push program. So some municipalities will get it in terms of health. Some will get it in terms of education.
That is what the big push is.
Do you get the point? Critical. That's what it is, not really targeting at one area for every district. It is targeted at the most pressing critical infrastructure that a district needs. That is what you use to do for them. And for example, if you come to our place, we don't have a district hospital. So in Sagnarigu, our priority will be to complete our Agenda 111 for us. But depending on the needs assessment that is conducted by the Ministry of Health or by the Education Ministry, they will tell which one is critical infrastructure that is needed at any district.
And you say it's 13.8
billion.
13.8 billion cedis.
Cedis for this
from
year.
That $10 billion.
Yeah, for this
year. And you know, the way you explain the big push, it would appear that the MMDAs will play a crucial role in analyzing what is needed in their communities or in their municipalities or district as it is. And
they will complement the big push because more allocations are not going to the MMDAs. If you know, we usually spend 80%. We usually send less than 50% even to the assemblies. Now, government is promising to send about 80% directly into the assembly's account. That means that they will have more income resources other than IGFs to do critical issues confronting their districts and municipalities. So I think it's also an innovative thing we must commend the government for, because they capped the DACF that time. So it means that some Zoom Lion and other companies are paid from Accra before it gets to the assemblies. Now, government is saying that every assembly should know their needs. So you get, out of the 5% by law that is mandated to be transferred into the DACF, government is saying that 80% of your allocation will be sent directly into the assembly by the finance minister. So it doesn't need to pass through the DACF before it comes to the assemblies. So I think it's an innovative financial re-engineering that seeks to improve critical needs of our people at the lower level.
So I take it as, you know, it will be the same with roads.
Yes.
But road tolling in the northern region, what does that look like? In the northern part of the country, excuse me.
The idea of the road tolls, I think financial viability and commercial viability should be a critical factor before you think about tolling a road. I'm not sure the Minister of Roads and Highways' intention was to just make sure that every road that they construct, they must necessarily toll it. You must look at the very issues that confront the people.
But the road must pay for itself.
Yes.
Won't it be easier if we did that?
No, but you see, you look at the economic situation of the people and the commercial viability, like I said, in those places that you are doing the roads. In some remote areas, most roads are linking, for example, those going to Burkina Faso. After Bolga, the communities that you meet there, you cannot tow a road and expect those people in the community to also, when they are using that road, they should pay, because they will find it difficult to pay. So sometimes it is not always a straitjacket policy that every road that you do, you must tow. But it's a good concept of reintroducing the road tolls, because in terms of road maintenance, sometimes it is always mind-boggling the amount of money we spend in constructing roads. Anytime I drive around the Tema motorway, I ask myself, a visionary president who once constructed these roads in the 1950s or 60s, that road is still there. Then we will construct a road for 7 years, then we need maintenance. And also...
So, I mean, we'll see how this will be operationalized when it comes to the workshops you're having.
No, but
I haven't heard anything on road yet, or was it discussed?
No, it was
already?
also discussed.
Okay.
It was
so
also
we know how we are going to operationalize.
Yes, through the technology that we want to use.
Have we chosen the technology
No, we
already?
haven't. You know, it is after the budget is approved.
But we've put some money on it already.
Yes, they've put amount that they expect from that.
How much is it?
I think 7 billion or so.
I see. On the technology to...
no,
for the road tolling
that they will get.
Oh, not the revenue. I'm talking about the road tolling technology.
I know where you are.
Do we know how much we are spending on it?
I don't know.
Even the budget is quiet on that as well.
But
then how would we spend on it if we are not putting it in the budget at this time?
No, but you see, it is not everything that you can get every line item in a particular ministry or department.
But that is the blind spot of our budgets. The fact that when we say something, we do not capture how much it would
Okay,
earn for a number of things.
I'll get it for
and one of your presenters mentioned that.
I'll get it for you.
Just two things before you go. Is this budget realistic?
Very, very realistic. And if you look at our short to medium term macroeconomic objectives, we intend to grow at 4.4%, end year inflation at 11%, primary balance of positive 1.5%. These are macro targets that are even below the industry expectation. If you remember,